champion. Get ready, moving up. Might be something good that way. Watch me.
We are inside the ring. Recharging my shield. Taking a moment to recharge my shield.
Damn. You see me, right?
No, because we get in there, there's two guns on the ground. He decides to take everything. How am I supposed to shoot him? You could have picked either or. I hate that. You know all these fucking people that landed here. Why are you gonna take everything?
Carrie, what does it say your charge is on?
I don't know how I ain't never.
Hold on, it should pop up.
Can we use this?
Never met a problem a dibutyl phthalate compound explosive couldn't fix.
Huh?
I came here for revenge, but I'll stay for the treasure.
Together, we will slack.
They ain't telling you?
Here it is.
What is it?
98 and 100.
No, the
Introducing
case.
champion.
100.
Case is 100. What about both of your ears?
98%. Wait. What just happened?
Let's find something good.
Corey, open it back.
Why?
What just happened? Open it up. That's mine? No, now I'm connected to yours.
Yeah, you should forget mine. Take it off.
I don't know. I can't find mine.
Because I'm trying to connect to mine, and I'm like, why is it not working?
First blood. Game bloody on balance.
is your champion.
Most beautiful things are fragile. Not me.
I am the jump master. Have faith in our descent. This might be a good place to land. Prepare for battle.
First blood. Game bloody on, fellas.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Head that way.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Those who need it, there is an extended energy knife here. Level 3.
45 seconds. Ring ain't close.
I got one here.
Those who need it, there is an extended energy knife here. Level 4. Extended light mag here. Level 3. Extended heavy mag here. Level 1.
I can use that.
Nobody told you to open that stuff. Nobody. I don't even know why you have it.
Got an open supply bin here. Backpack here. Level 2.
I need it. Use the map as your guide. The ring is moving.
Corey, come here to me.
For this gift, I owe you.
Care package
Extended heavy mag here.
Level 2.
Care package on high. For this gift, I owe you.
Purple one's better. For S&G, take light and...
Thank you.
I take light, yellow, I mean orange.
Your gratitude is graced.
R99 barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Never mind.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
You're very, very curious.
So mommy just got her energy mag. Mommy, stop, baby.
Let's explore over there.
Hell yeah.
Extended light magazine here. Level 3. Ammo up.
Bless me with sight. Spitfire here. Optics here. Mid-range.
Got some extra supplies here. You're welcome.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Standard stock here.
I could use
Standard
that.
stock here.
I could use that. I need a better mod.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
I could use that. Standard stock here. Level 1.
Shield battery here. Gotta hop up here. Have a
Backpack
point.
here. Level 2.
Half the squad's are targeted, fellas. On ya.
Thanks.
Thank you. You can rub me more and do mommy's makeup. Rub my feet in there, put the stuff up. Here, give me it. I'll put it up.
Laser sight here. Level 3.
Here, please lay down. Watch mommy play.
Cover me. Crafty.
Survey beacon over there.
Carter, come on. I can't see, honey.
Backpack here. Level 3. Backpack here.
You need
Level
that
3.
backpack, don't you?
I have one.
Level 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so do I, and I think he's got one too.
Others here. Mid-range.
Lay down.
See your eyes. Is it morning still?
Leave him alone, Carter. Lay down.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
At least 2 are enemies.
Clown there.
Let us follow
Lucky
it.
me.
Do you know what that's for?
Shots fired at me. Reload.
Here comes the old knuckle
Let us
cluster.
go this way. Jump tower here.
Broke that enemy shield.
That was for Tommy's foot. That was for Tommy's foot.
Bring it flying.
Saw someone out there. Stay focused. Taking fire. Oscar Mike. Spotted. Spotted. Double timing. Give my shield a recharge.
I've leveled up. We should choose taking a moment to charge my shields.
Wait, not happening.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Knuckle cluster out.
Spotted. Double timing.
Recharging shield.
All fire.
One minute.
Go through, Corey. Go through. Go through.
Patching up.
Arc star sent.
Go through to heal him.
Go shoot him. Go chill him.
Let rip.
Broke that enemy shield.
Charging shield.
Reloading.
I have to heal my
Juicing me shield.
Taking a moment to heal. Frag grenade sent.
Cover this
Force
way.
in the arm star.
20.
Enemy here.
Let's relocate. Heard that.
Rings close. Enemy here. Another squad's down. Fair income shot though. Enemy right here.
Down another.
Giving him the chimney. Heads up. Dropping the bang.
Charging my shields.
Clear here.
Healing. Watch my back.
Point. Go here.
Either end. Reloading.
Care package being delivered.
Care package incoming.
Frag grenade sent.
Back up this way, baby. Back up this way. You have to get from out of the open.
Give me a sec. Recharging shield. Oscar Mike. Spotted. Pop and smoke.
Marking our surroundings. I am broke. They keep trying me. Let us follow it.
Mommy, pop your finger.
Give me up.
on, go.
Being shot at.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
One moment, I must use Phoenix kit.
Crack the enemy shield. Need a leg.
Deploying knuckle buster.
Putting up a heat shield. Reload. Ring.
Deploying me knuckle buster. Chucking a thermite. Thermite going on.
He's ready to go down. He is literally ready to go down.
Giving him the chimney.
Recharging.
Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing.
Fuck it. I'm about to go try to get on that ass.
Wait a minute. All I got is this Phoenix kit. Hold on.
10 seconds.
Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing.
There's two of them.
Being shot at. Reload. Down. Shot though. Broke that enemy shield.
Good drop.
Tango down.
There's one more.
Reloading.
She trying to hide.
Strongbow over there. Lucky me. Knock that up.
Don't worry,
Did you try?
I would have gotten you either way. Saved or zagged.
They kept hiding. They was irking me. Live, my friend. Live. Go, stay ahead of that circle. Let Leah. Go ahead. Keep running. Don't run. Don't. Oh, no. You gotta heal. Ooh. That thing is no joke, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm out of energy ammo.
Delivering replicator.
Eyes up. Incoming replicator.
Medkit here.
Polar bears are the undisputed kings of the Arctic and some of the most dangerous animals on the planet. But how strong are they compared to other bears? Size is actually one of the most prominent differences between the polar bear and the Kodiak bear. While both are huge mammals, the Kodiak bear is renowned as the largest terrestrial carnivore. Adult male Kodiak bears can reach weights exceeding 771 kilograms. In comparison, the polar bear is slightly smaller on average. The Kodiak bear resides in the dense forests and alpine meadows.
Come on, friend. Time to win. No faffing about, fellas. Let's bloody do this.
Join me, Fly Fighter. Fight strong.
This is your champion.
Study the land. Find our advantage. Then we jump.
You better hope you're with me. You better hope you're with me.
I fall only when the gods will it.
You better hope you're with me.
Prepare for battle.
Hell yeah.
Locate our enemy's positions. Look to your map.
Survey beacon right off the bat. Very well.
1 minute. R301 here.
Gotta hop up
To
here.
those who need
Hammer
it,
point.
there is an extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Reckon I can make use of that. Use rabble.
Fresh blood. Sniper stock here. Level 2.
Peacekeeper here. Light ammo here. Knockdown shield here. Level 3. Gotta hop up here. Just havoc here.
The ring's moving, friends.
Nope. I'm looking for my 2 guns. That's it.
Standard stock here. Level 2. Sniper stock here.
Got a car if you want it though.
Got us a new kill leader. Wouldn't
Okay.
mind saying g'day to him.
Care package on high.
I could use a rampage though.
I am in your debt, my Volto.
You heard what Bubby said. Bubby said he know the game better than us. What?
My ultimate is ready. We are blessed.
Okay. I need rampage. I prefer rampage. There go one.
Oi, extra
Extended
supply
heavy
here.
mag here. Level 2.
Standard stock here. Level 2.
Nah, I just need another barrel stabilizer.
Level 2.
I can use that.
Sniper stock here.
I can use a
I
stock.
can use that.
I just need one stock. Pathfinder, you can have the other one if you need. So let me get one stock, bro. One blue stock, you can have the other one. Yes, sir.
I am in your debt.
I
my
just need a
Volto.
barrel stabilizer for my rampage.
Ah, forget it.
So she don't shoot all fucking wonky. You know, she shoot wonky if you don't put that barrel stabilizer on her. Shots be all bouncing around. No, I don't need a stock. I need the barrel mod.
I'm taking fire, friends.
Who is that? Oh no, you don't. You little stink bitch.
Giving my shield to recharge.
What the hell around here? Huh? What the hell around this nigga? Get on there. out of here.
Shields.
We gotta follow him.
Drongo over there. Lucky me. They're shooting at me. Knuckle cluster out.
This upgrade will give me the edge.
Launching frag. Launching frag. Broke that enemy shield. Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing.
Zipline deployed.
That was clutch.
Juicing me shields.
Recharging my shields. I am repairing myself.
Deploying me knuckle cluster. Clown here.
The enemies are shooting at me.
Knuckle cluster out. Next ring's quite the trot. Better get a reel on.
Attention, delivering replicator.
Replicator incoming, friends.
I killed an enemy.
Enemy here.
Reloading. Our enemies have met their fate. That squad is out. The ring is distant. Cluster. Backpack here. Level 2. Taking a moment to heal.
Hmm?
The ring is distant. Time is short.
You see extended light mag over there? Oh.
Recharging shields.
Anybody need light ammo?
Level 4.
Light ammo here.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Of course.
Jump pad there. Now that's a man's way to travel. Recharging me shields.
I can see that the ring is moving on the map. Care package on high.
Juicing me shields.
You had to. Ain't no, it's the end up there. You gotta go over there.
Let's explore over there.
Huh?
Head that way. That's 10-0.
I just wanted to grab some more ammo. Maybe some of these.
Line ammo. Barrel stabilizer here.
I already got one. I just need a light mag. A light extended mag, and I've been straight. But come on, let's just get going. Where he at? Over there.
Heard that.
We're getting ready to level up. Uh-oh, somebody shooting. Over there.
Over there. Oh no, there's another squad attacking.
Oh no, come on. Get them, baby. Oh no, they right there.
Deploying me knuckle cluster. Cracked an enemy shield. Launching thermite.
Taking a moment to recharge my
Launching me arc star. Cracked an enemy
fucking way, bro.
Replicator on high.
You dropped me.
Zombie Elton says, it might be Gojo Iber.
1 minute and the ring's spit distance.
I shot him for like a whole half a clip. Man, good game, bro.
Mommy, what color do you have over there on the side?
Not me. That's the other guy. Lay down. Lay down, Carter.
Hey, can I get a volume check on Johnny's tablet, please? Can you turn it down? Shit. Jesus. Man. I thought for a second it was playing on my computer. Man, I'm about done with Bye Bye Black Sheep. I'm about that. Man. I can't wait till she get a new one. I was over with Baby Shark, Peppa Pig, and now it's Bye Bye Black Sheep. She need a new one. What, Johnny? Johnny, oh boy. Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Whose manhood do I gotta kick to get a bloody drink around here? This is your champion.
Bon voyage.
Land there. Man, I missed my walker. Fuse bloody owes me. Slice of heaven, this time we tear it apart.
What? That what, baby?
First blood. And if I have my way, it ain't gonna be the last.
Why he doing what?
Yeah, exactly.
Those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here. Level 1. Unspotted landed near me. Stay alert.
The hell wrong with him?
I talk an enemy's life.
Great kill, mate. He must be proud as punch.
Lay down, Carter. Get off her butt, she said.
I think somebody outside. They want the smoke because we killed their teammate.
Joker's shooting at me.
Stand back. Knuckle cluster firing. Knuckle cluster out.
Marking our surroundings.
Recharging my shield. Joker roll. I'm down.
They are the new kill leader.
Let's go here. On your feet. Carry them.
A new level. Increases. A new upgrade is available to lock. Fight alone, die quick. Last of that enemy squad has perished.
Juicing me shield.
I've chosen an upgrade. Snazzy, as Vulcan would say. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Care package being delivered.
Spitfire here.
Miharo, care package drop.
Healing.
shotgun bolt here. Level 4.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Healing. I don't mind.
Syringe here.
Everything is cut pipe. Laser sight here. Level 2.
Car SMG here. Rampage here.
Thermite grenade here. Keep it away from
Volt
water.
SMG here. Heavy ammo here.
Thermite grenade here.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1. Shield battery. Phoenix kit here.
Y'all paying too much shit. I can't keep up.
Light ammo here.
I need optics for an assault rifle.
Card start. Or gold.
Half the squads are gone. They're healing. Give me a sec.
To those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here. Level 2.
Kill leader eliminated.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Recharge. My ring is ready. VR blessed. All Father, give me sight. A leaf to our enemy. Let us follow it.
Huh?
Shield battery here. Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Now me.
The gods will bless us both this day.
Up, Cuzzy. Got some goodies for you.
Phoenix kit here.
Standard stock here. Level 2. Backpack here. Level 2.
Reckon I could make use of that.
Optics here. Close range. Extended light mag here. Level 2.
What you want, baby?
Here, I picked some
Extended
up.
heavy mag here. Level 4.
You only had a level 2 on your Spitfire.
Barrel stabilizer here. I am in your debt, my Volter. Oops.
Got a hop up here. Disrupt up.
Beginning ring countdown.
Need an extended energy mag.
Next ring's far out. Quit dawdling.
Bless me with sight.
I think somebody trying to come up behind us, or they're in front of us.
Replicator incoming. You lot get amongst it.
Thank you.
Ah, you know me. I'm all about the Ottawa, huh?
Juicing me shields.
Huh?
All Father, give me sight. A leaf to our enemy. Let us follow it.
But Daddy's not gonna talk to you like Mommy does.
Ring's far. Just at it. We got 60 seconds.
That's what you're about to do right now. Harder. Go to sleep. Get your feet off me and go to sleep.
Extra munitions for you in Grace. Ring's ages away and closing in 40. Barrel stabilized. Optics here. Close range.
Healing up. You'll be right.
Someone was gathering loot here not long ago. Someone traveled through here recently. Someone traveled through here. Someone traveled through here. The ring is moving, Falai fighters. No one is inside. Taking damage. Reloading.
Care package being delivered.
Care package on its way. Sweet as.
Marking our surroundings.
Carter, put your feet down. Why am I having to talk to you two? It's about to be 11 o'clock. Good night. No, it's night, Carter. Nighttime. Soon it's gonna be midnight, and after midnight the sun comes up. Good night, Carter. Fuck do I get out of here, man?
You won't go in there. Well, you come over here and loot. Picking him up. He's right there. If you just shoot him, he would. Nope. Never mind.
Another level, another upgrade. Choice. I ain't letting you die. Not till we've won. Tag for the upgrade. Stoked. Oi, go in there.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
You kill leader? Anything they're leading is my boot to their face. Respawn beacon over there.
When I get a fucking chance. Put all them people back there. We gotta move. My shields are healed.
Warning. Ring closing.
Quick ring update for you. We ain't in it.
Delivering care package.
Care package on its way. Sweet as.
Corey, press it again.
You can't use that one. I'll just forget it. Jump in at the right time, y'all can do it.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Oi, get your asses in the ring.
Delivering replicator
Safia Misaki says, can't find one, sorry.
I already knew you wasn't gonna be able to find one. You good. That's why I said y'all can do it. I believe in y'all.
A Science and Kirk success story. This is Jay. He can fix just about anything.
I'm a general contractor. I do all kinds of projects.
But an accident tore his life apart.
My whole world was just turned upside down.
He was in pain, couldn't work, and on the verge of losing business. So he called Science and Kirk.
That was the smartest call I ever made. It got me a settlement and back to work.
Call Science and Kirk at 1-800-LAWYERS. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer.
At Purdue Global, access a network of more than 600,000 influential alumni and make your comeback with new industry connections. Achieve more with a name that opens doors. Apply now at purdueglobal.edu.
Everyone is busy going through their busy lives. Sung-woo steps out of a crowded bus. He seems to be pretty exhausted from his travel. He has to go through this rough bus travel daily because he's commuting from his home. His friend Han-ho makes fun of him because Sung-woo completed his harsh military service as a Special Forces Reserve Sergeant, and now he can't even bear 2 hours of commute. Sung-woo gets back at Han-ho by reminding him that he did not even complete his military service because of a girl, Mi-young. After hearing this insult, Han-ho becomes completely silent, and they head towards their class. On their way, Sung-woo feels a bit bad about the silence of his friend and asks him if Han-ho is crying. Han-ho points towards the sky at the top of the library building and tells Sung-woo that he saw a message in the sky saying downloading monsters, and that message disappeared after the timing reached 100%. Sung-woo thinks Han-ho is sad about his previous girlfriend and he is seeing things in the sky because he spends most of his time playing video games. Sung-woo tells Han-ho to snap back to reality and they both head towards their respective classes. During the lectures, Sung-woo becomes a bit dizzy and it's hard for him to stay awake. Suddenly, a blackout happens and all lights went out. A system message popped up in front of everyone in the class. It was written in the system message to pick a class which can help them in the apocalypse. After that, a 15 seconds timer started and different skill cards with stars appeared in front of the class. Some students panicked and asked others not to pick anything because it could be dangerous. Sung-woo is skeptical about them and thinks not choosing a card within the 15 seconds is going to be even more dangerous. Sung-woo tried to pick a warrior card with 2 stars, but a fat kid Min-soo picked it before him, and a sword appeared in his hand. Sung-woo became a bit panicked and picked a random card with the most stars. The card he picked belonged to the 5 stars Necromancer class and the skill card went inside him. After the timer was up, Sung-woo and the fat kid Min-soo were the only ones who had chosen any cards. The fat kid Min-soo is amazed by his new sword. After a while, a student rushes into class and there's a small monster on his back which looks like a goblin, and he's constantly stabbing the shoulder of the student who is crying for help. He keeps crying for help until the goblin kills him in cold blood. Everyone starts running away from the goblin, leaving Sung-woo at the front because they think it's their turn next. Some students request Min-soo to do something because he's the only guy with the sword, but Min-soo is a coward and he's not quick enough to adapt to this situation. Sung-woo also thinks that depending on Min-soo is useless and he has to get out of this situation on his own. The goblin plunges towards Sung-woo with his small dagger. Sung-woo thinks that he will also be done for if he gets caught up like the previous kid the goblin killed. Sung-woo kicks the goblin with all of his might, which throws the goblin a bit back. Sung-woo realized that the goblin barely felt like it was 30 pounds and he can easily kill it. He picks up a chair and smashes the head of the goblin with all of his force. The goblin is defeated and he receives 10 gold from the system for defeating the goblin. Everyone is shocked after watching this. Sung-woo is quick to adapt to the situation and realizes that the world has fused with the game. While Sung-woo is busy understanding the current situation, a system message pops up which tells Sung-woo that he can command the dead under his authority. He touches the goblin skeleton option in his command list and the dead goblin behind him reanimates as a skeleton. At this point, he understands that his Necromancer class allows him to summon the undead beings. 2 more goblins rush inside the classroom. Sung-woo orders his undead skeleton to kill those 2 goblins. The skeleton plunges at one goblin and stabs him in the shoulder. The stab wound is not deep enough and he gets pushed back by the goblin. Both goblins gang up on him and start chopping off his bones one by one. Sung-woo thinks that he needs to help his skeleton, and getting rid of these 2 goblins is easy, but he needs a proper weapon, so he asks Min-soo for his sword, but Min-soo is a coward and rejects him. Sung-woo thinks he's pretty pathetic and asks him to use his sword to peel potatoes. Sung-woo picks up another chair and throws it towards the 2 goblins who were attacking his skeleton. The goblins are knocked back a bit by the chair, and the undead skeleton seizes this chance to end them both with his knife. Sung-woo receives 20 gold for defeating both goblins. After the fight ended, Sung-woo received another system message that he has maxed out the number of minions under his authority. His classmates asked him about what he had done, and he has also no idea about the ongoing events. Other students think that the same thing is happening all over the campus because they can hear screaming voices of others. But when Sung-woo opens the curtains on the windows, he witnesses fires all around the city. Some students decide that they need to leave the campus if they want to survive. In the corridor, they encounter more goblins which start chasing them, but they are all subdued by Sung-woo's undead skeletons. While Sung-woo's skeletons are fighting the goblins, he asks the other students to run away while they hold the goblins. Sung-woo also realized that this world is now working like a game, and he can get more stronger if he keeps killing goblins and grinding levels. Meanwhile, one of his undead skeleton gets defeated, and his head comes flying near him. Luckily, the goblins are exhausted, and his 2 other skeletons manage to kill them, which earns him 20 gold and a level up. He is now on level 2, and he has access to his status window. 5 random skill cards appear in front of him, and he can choose one as a level up gift. He chose a card which increased his maximum number of minions by 1. He can now control up to 4 undead skeletons at once, but he has used up most of his mana because he called up so many skeletons. Sung-woo looks outside the window, and it seems like the situation outside is worse than the campus itself. While he's going downstairs with the skeletons, Han-ho gets freaked out by one of his skeletons and stabs it in the head. Han-ho becomes relieved after seeing Sung-woo alive. Sung-woo tells him that these skeletons are part of his skill. Sung-woo asks which class did Han-ho pick, and Han-ho replies that he picked 1-star rogue class. They are both heading down the stairs with the skeletons, but suddenly a message pops up saying that they have received synergy with a dagger. It turns out if 5 members of a party have a dagger equipped, they will receive a 10% fatal blow chance and 10% additional gold. While they are moving down the stairs with the skeletons, they encounter another pack of goblins, and there is a goblin chief among them. The goblins become affected by a skill called Scent of Death, which weakens their stats by 30%. Scent of Death activates automatically when there are 4 to 5 skeletons present in a party. Skeletons start attacking the goblins, but the goblin chief activates a skill called Wild Berserker, which buffs all the goblins under his command. The goblins become more powerful and start pushing back the skeletons. Sung-woo knows that they are being pushed back because of the skill of the goblin chief, so he ordered one of his skeletons to cut off the arm of the goblin chief, which he is using for the berserker skill. The skeleton manages to chop off the arm of the chief, which weakens the goblins, and the skeletons finish them off with ease. Goblin chief is enraged, but he is easily killed by the skeletons working in synergy. Sung-woo receives one-handed crude spear and the bracelet of the goblin chief, which he was using for the berserker skill. He becomes a bit happy and praises one of his skeletons, who starts making weird creepy noises with his bones. When they reach the entrance of the campus, they see a lot of survivors. Sung-woo orders his skeletons to hide in the copy room because people will freak out after watching them. Situation on the entrance doesn't feel any good. They are locked inside the campus and they can't go out. While Sung-woo tries to head outside using the main door, he is stopped by one of the student council members, Jin-suk, who was previously famous for being a bully and a harasser. He tells them that he is a shield master with 2 stars and he already killed one of the goblins. He further elaborates that everyone with a weapon should work together to defend the other students. Min-soo comes running towards Jin-suk and reports that he heard faint sound of goblins near the entrance. Jin-suk orders the students to get inside the cafe so he and the other guys with skills can protect them. Sung-woo tells Han-ho to come near the entrance of the gate. They see a message on the entrance that the entrance door has been sealed by a magical force, and they need to defeat the boss monster within 2 hours and 11 minutes. If they fail to defeat the monster within a given time frame, the monsters inside the building will grow even stronger. Sung-woo now knows what he needs to do next, but he is stopped by Jin-suk, who wants them to hold the monsters in there until backup arrives. Sung-woo tells Jin-suk that this same thing can be happening around the whole country, and waiting for a rescue team is useless, but Jin-suk refutes by saying that the Korean military is more stronger than the monsters. Sung-woo has enough of this bullshit and starts heading towards the stairs, but he is stopped by an approaching group of 5 goblins. Sung-woo orders his skeletons to come out. After watching the skeletons, everyone freaks out because they think skeletons are part of the monsters unit. But Sung-woo tells them that they don't need to be scared because they belong to his class, which is stronger than the idiot Jin-suk. Goblins get scared by the death send skill of the skeletons and it reduces their stats by 30%. Sung-woo orders his goblins to start the hunt. Skeletons start attacking the goblins and Sung-woo helps them using his spear. Two goblins try to run, but Sung-woo orders the skeletons to block their way. Sung-woo is fighting himself because he wants to show the others that defeating them is not impossible, so he can persuade them to join him in boss hunting. One goblin is killed by a skeleton while the other one tries to run away, but Sung-woo throws his spear which pierces the back of the goblin. Everyone is overjoyed by watching the fight. Sung-woo received a roulette ticket by the system for killing 20 monsters, and he's the 34th person to complete this achievement, and his rank will be increased to infinite status. And there are only 100 people who are eligible for this ticket. He praises his skeletons for their work, and they again start making that weird voice with their bones. Sung-woo heads inside the cafe and tells everyone that no backup is arriving, and they will be killed by stronger monsters if they cannot find and kill the boss monster within the given time period. One of the students tells Sung-woo that he saw the boss monster on the rooftop and it killed his professor. Now he knows his next destination, but no one comes forward to join his party. Even his friend Han-ho wants to stay behind, but he forces him to come with him because he needs the knife buff for his skeletons. A 23-year-old girl, Ji-soo-yoon, comes forward. She has a 3-star class called Tiger Hunter. Sung-woo asks Jin-suk to come up with them, but he's a coward, so he makes an excuse that he needs to stay behind to defend the other students. Jin-suk and his party start heading towards the rooftop. They encounter some goblins on the stairs. Sung-woo heads upstairs with the skeletons to fend off the goblins, while Ji-soo-yoon takes care of the 2 goblins coming from behind using her fast sword. Sung-woo and Han-ho are both impressed by her skill. On the upper floors, they encountered an injured Professor Hwang. Professor Hwang tells Sung-woo that most of his students are dead because they tried to head to the rooftop, according to the instructions of Emergency Evacuation Manual, but they encountered the boss monster there and most of the students were killed. Professor Hwang instructs Sung-woo to never go towards the rooftop, and these prove to be his last words. Sung-woo receives a new exclusive quest after the death of his professor. The quest says that he can appease the grudge of the dead by defeating the boss monster within the given time limit, and this choice is going to affect his destiny. Sung-woo gets more furious and heads toward the rooftop to fight the boss with his companions. Rooftop is in a terrible state. The goblins are pillaging everything valuable from the dead bodies of the students. Sung-woo and Ji-soo-yoon become furious after watching it. Sung-woo uses his bracelet skill Berserker to increase the stats of his skeletons, and an all-out skirmish starts on the rooftop. Everyone is fighting, which pumps Han-ho a bit, and he throws his knife, which hits the head of a goblin, earning him his first kill. He becomes more encouraged, which makes him feel like a character from JoJo. After encountering scent of death, the surviving goblins became scared and run off to their boss, the Goblin Captain. After hearing the roar of the Goblin Captain, the goblins' morale rises and they start attacking Sung-woo's party, but they are still no match for his skeletons. On the other hand, the Goblin Captain starts smashing skeletons one by one. Sung-woo can make more skeletons from the corpses, but it depletes his mana. Han-ho throws 2 knives at the boss, which are blocked by the shoulder of the boss. This makes the boss more furious, and he starts charging towards Han-ho. The skeletons try to save him, but 2 of them get easily smashed by 1 hit of the boss. One of them survives and manages to land a hit. While boss is busy taking care of the last skeleton, Ji-soo-yoon takes advantage of this opening and slashes the boss, which wounds him a little bit. Sung-woo starts fighting more strategically and uses his skeletons as bait, while he throws his spear towards the boss, which slashes his cheek a bit. The boss becomes more agitated and smashes some of the skeletons of Sung-woo. Now Sung-woo has barely enough mana left for a last skeleton summon. Sung-woo sees a sword stuck in the rubble, and he now knows that he needs to end this quickly or they are gonna die. Sung-woo picks up the sword and orders his 2 skeletons to charge at the boss. The boss smashes both of his skeletons and the 3rd skeleton jumps up towards the boss and he has a sword. But the boss deflects his attack. It turns out Sung-woo was after the synergy of swords, and now Sung-woo, Ji-soo-yoon, and his skeleton have a sword which activates sword synergy. This synergy decreases the weight of the swords by 50% and increases attack speed by 10%. Sung-woo charges towards the boss with a chair, and his other party members also start attacking the boss. Han-ho manages to hit the arm of the boss with a knife. Sung-woo orders his last skeleton to attack the boss. This skeleton was the first goblin monster killed by Sung-woo, and it surprises Sung-woo by beheading the boss with a sword in 1 hit. They receive 255 gold for defeating the Goblin Captain. Sung-woo gets leveled up. Now he is a level 3. The skeleton also absorbed the mana of the goblin captain, which upgraded his class, and now he has a tattoo on his forehead. He is now a level 2 elite goblin, and he has also a commander attribute. Sungwoo thinks his commander attribute is going to be useful once he gets more skeletons. Hanho has leveled up to 2, and Jisoo leveled up to 3, and all of them received options to choose a random card. Sungwoo chose a card and he got a basic skill to create weapons from bones. This skill costs 10 mana, and he can create swords, clubs, spears, and bows using the bones of the corpses. Because Sungwoo completed an exclusive quest of avenging his professor, he will receive an exclusive reward, and his destiny has been altered slightly. His maximum number of minions have increased by 1, and now he can summon up to 5 minions. Hanho received a hood as a reward, and it increases his chance of hiding from the monsters by 50%. He can use this hood to run away from the monsters, but now he knows how to fight, so he is gonna use it to fight against the monsters. Jisoo received a fire whetstone. If she sharpens her blade with it, there is a chance that her sword will catch fire during an attack. Sungwoo tells them that they can test their skills later and they need to head back down. On the entrance, Jinsuk is pissed at everyone because they keep saying that Jinsuk should have gone up along with Sungwoo. Jinsuk gets angry and starts spouting bullshit that Sungwoo was an idiot and he must be dead by now. Suddenly, skeletons appear behind Jinsuk and he becomes scared. Sungwoo heads towards the entrance and it opens up after he touches it. He also tells Jinsuk that he is very pathetic. All students start making fun of Jinsuk for being arrogant and a fool. Sungwoo heads outside and asks the students to follow him. There are dead bodies all over the place and Sungwoo thinks that goblins did that. Hanho spots a group of survivors along the way. Sungwoo can easily tell that these people have fought and survived against these goblins, and they have a bit of experience in this field. Jinsuk knows the leader of this group of survivors. His name is Taesung Park, and he's also the president of the student council. Taesung tells the students with Sungwoo that he also fought and survived against the goblins and he can guarantee their safety if they tag along with him. But he seems to have some ulterior motives. He tells Sungwoo that he can also join him if he destroys all of the monsters he is controlling using his class, because he thinks they are creepy and they can be a threat to other survivors. But Jisoo intervenes and tells Taesung that he is full of shit and they don't even want to join his group. She also tells everyone that Taesung is a hypocrite and he embezzled student membership fees during the festival by fabricating an event staging company and its receipts. She was the one who reported him on the university website. Taesung becomes embarrassed after hearing it. Jisoo leaves along with her party members. After a while, Jisoo starts telling more details about Taesung to her party members.